Good morning, Flosstube. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday, October 17th, 2021, and this is my 20th Flosstube episode. I can't believe it. I don't know why 20 seems like so much, but I think when you very first go on this journey, you're not sure you're gonna make it through number 1, let alone get to 20. And then there's others that have in the hundreds. So anyways, it has been a really fun journey to get to these 20 floss tubes. So if you're new here, welcome. This is my channel. I am Chrissy, finally a farm girl. It's my floss tube channel, primarily about cross stitch. However, there are some other needle arts like embroidery, as well as fiber arts, eventually some hooked rugs, primitive hooked primitive hooked rugs. And I love antiques. I love the heritage of my family and sharing some of that history with you. So if you're new, welcome. I really hope you enjoy your time with me. If you are a returning subscriber, this is always just the highlight of, one of the highlights of my week is sitting down and spending time with you in this way that I think that it's hard to explain, that even though I'm recording ahead of time, I totally feel like I'm talking to all of you, who comment and take the time to sit down and share something when it's all over. It's always so fun. It's really fun to have you as part of my my week. And it certainly is a blessing to get to know more and more. I think that there's this really unique group that we have, and to me it's just we're all bound by the common thread. Whether you're cross-stitching on Ada or linen or 28 or 56, or whether you're doing embroidery work, whether you're doing crewel work, we are all brought together by a common thread. And then we have little subgroups that just seem to happen naturally. And that's when all those blessings seem to happen, where just for lack of, finding more examples. I mean, we do, obviously I've shared part of my journey of grief with the loss of my mother, and there are many of you that have let me know, and I hope I'm returning the favor that lets you know you're not alone on this journey, and that everything you're feeling is validated. And so that's that next layer. There are many that I think that were the over 50s, over 60s. I love seeing how all of these layers come together, and they bless this community, because there are obviously younger stitchers that prefer maybe a more modern type of a genre when it comes to cross stitching, and yet I can still respect the stitch. And you can tell they have, it's nice. It's a good blend of youth and maturity, and the blessings are just, it's just something that you can feel like there's a common ground. And I just love the thought of that common thread. It works perfectly to share an example of, our stitching community. So anyways, that being said, I'm so glad you're here. And I will say real quick that as far as the big 5,000 subscriber giveaway, I have yet to hear from the winner. The winner, I'm going to put it out there real quick. The winner was Kelly Flynn. Now, I have commented on her message. I am waiting, but I'm only going to wait until next weekend. So guys, if Kelly Flynn does not claim this, I'm gonna go ahead and repick, and we're gonna go ahead. I do have a giveaway at the end of this video, so it's a kit. Hold on till the end. I'm really happy to share it with you. So I'm really hoping that the 5,000 subscriber winner, Kelly, will connect. I'd really like to get this off to the winner. If not, we're gonna do it again, and next weekend, on Sunday, I will go ahead and share for 2. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. How was my week? It was still hot here until today, and I will tell you that I have all the windows open, doors open right here, the slider. We woke up to 64, 65. It's fantastic. It feels so good. Let's see. I finally hit 30 pounds gone, and that was so exciting. It felt phenomenal. I know last time, I think I was at 29. I don't know why it feels like such an accomplishment, the 1 pound, but just getting to be able to say 30 just feels wonderful, and I'm just gonna keep going. I have changed a few things. It seems like I have a day to myself now once a week. I don't want to call it a cheat day, but it's a day that I don't fault myself for eating what others are eating, you know, in the household. And if I want to have something, my favorite ice cream now is Enlightened, and there's a coffee flavor. Like, that's only 280 calories for the whole thing. So I'm not going to get lost on food here with you, but I am finding things that certainly make this journey a lot easier. So that's where I'm at on my personal goal, hoping to take a walk when we're done with the Flosstube today, since it's so nice. The haunted house sale started on the 13th, dark October stitching. I'll get to that in a minute when I show you my whips. And let's see, on Wednesday, Philip and I went to about every 3 months he goes to the neurologist. And when we do that, I typically make the appointment for in the morning, later morning. And then as soon as it's done, there's this huge relief. I don't know why. I still get incredible anxiety over going to a neurologist appointment, but I do. And we've come a long way, but it's still there. And as soon as we're done, we always go get a treat, lunch, and then we go to treasure hunting somewhere. And this week happened to be at Wildwood Antique Mall in Wildwood, Florida. And you know, it's just a very relaxing place to go walk around. And they have oldies music playing in the background. So anyways, it's a nice place. We don't go back now to the neurologist until after the holidays, which is fabulous. So anyways, that's where we're at. And Friday, I had Miss Aria, my granddaughter. She's 3. We did some shopping. I picked her up. We went to Hobby Lobby, which seems like it's one of her favorite places to go. She got some craft stuff for painting, some things to do at home with Mom. And then she came back with us, and we had a good time. And she just sure gets a kick out of Halloween. So anyways, it was a good week and another very relaxing week. Okay, so who did I watch on Flosstube this week? Well, I can tell you that I started off with Lori. Her name is Textilist, and she is Lisa Kindred Stitcher's a good friend, and boy does she have a house filled with eye candy. Love the antiques, and she's super easy to listen to. Very relaxing. So I will tag her below, or link her below so you can watch her. I don't think she has done a Flosstube for a while, so she had put one out because she had went to retreat, and it was just, Lori, it was so nice to watch. I think it's 2 parts. I got through the first part. but very calming, very, very calming to listen to, and I love that. I watched Pam and Steph. They were totally getting ready for their weekend, where it's their, I think it's Starttober, but they are part of a crock pot group, and you would have to watch them to hear all the details, but they left this particular weekend to go to Michigan, and they literally pick a number and that's good for themselves, and they get to start. They don't do new starts throughout the year except for on specific occasions and during this special weekend that they have with their friends. So I think I want to say Steph's up to 22 starts. How exciting. Okay, I watched Eclectic Possessions. I think I mentioned that before last week because she has a thread conversion that she did for the Haunted Mansion Twin Peak Primitive Sale, so I'll get to that in just a second. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I watched more, but I'll share as I go because I think that works out better for me. You get to start seeing some things, and then I'll talk to you as I go. So the first one was, I did get some stitching in my first Mirabilia. That is a hashtag my first Mirabilia. The one that I'm working on, everybody knows, is Lady of the Flag. And hold on one second here. I don't want to iron her every time. I absolutely love to iron for you guys, but because I know she's going to be around for a while, I don't want to do too much. So this is where I'm at, and I did not stitch on her every night. I wanted to get some starts in and some sales started. So I did this here, some more here, and a little bit more on what's going on. She's holding some flowers. So anyways, I'm still feeling really good about this, and I miss it. And that's always a good thing. When you miss and you want to get stitching on it, even if you're happy on something else, you know, it's good because you're still motivated. And so far, I'm just really, really enjoying it. So she's stitched on the Constitution Linen by Primitive Hair. It's 30 count. It's a joy to stitch on. This is so nice to stitch on, and it's so soft. If you're new, I stitch in hand. That started a few years ago when I was having some wrist issues holding the Q-snaps, because I used to stitch on Q-snaps. But these are the colors. There's about 33 of them, and they're all DMC, and I am not using any other conversion. I'm sticking straight with what the pattern called for. So that's that. And she's got her pretty little house. So let me stick her in there and put her away. Now, I hope everybody went out and gave a little watch to Lancashire Stitcher, Lancashire, Lancashire Stitcher. She is stitching Lady of the Flag right now. She's blowing me out of the water. She's got most of the flag done, I believe. She's stitching it on a beautiful blue linen. And I mentioned that to you last week, so I hope you gave her a watch. She's also a finisher, started her own business during COVID. I just give her all the credit in the world for, you know, making lemonade out of a lemon during a time when she didn't quite know what she was going to do, when, you know, all of a sudden you're, I don't know the full details, but obviously with COVID she had to stay home because of work and things, and she used her time so wisely and went through her community, and they were, I can't remember what they call it over there, but to help her create her own business and help her set up a business plan. And she couldn't think of anything better that she would want to do than to be stitching and provide a service. And she was brave and courageous and went for it. And so now she has her own finishing services. So give her a follow. She's constantly got great whips going on, constantly. Okay. The next one I worked on was on Wednesday. I had my new start of the Twin Peak Primitives Haunted Mansion. Okay, so this is the pattern. I'm sure you've seen it a lot now. There's a lot of people stitching this. I'm so happy. There's a lot. So Eclectic Possessions is hosting the sale, and that's her name on Instagram, as well as her Flosstubes. Okay. I had the kit, so it came with all the DMC that you needed, except I changed out for the vine work here. I changed that out to fragrant cloves. And I love it. I love it. Okay, so I am using, let me get the linen color out for you. The linen I picked was a 32 count Belfast Grasshopper. And this is where I'm at. I love this thing. It is so fun. The little needle minder, so cute. She came with it in the kit. Let me see if I can, I'm sitting a little farther back today, so sometimes the stuff that you get, I need a bigger work surface. So sometimes I'm not in the same place. So anyways, this is true, what you're seeing here. I'm pretty confident with the lighting here. This is true. So it is it's a pretty green, but it's got that ewy, pea soupy, and it does have modeling in it, but not a lot. So anyways, I am trying here to get down, this is as far as I got, so where I can start the base for the house, the haunted house. So anyways, it's stitching up beautifully, and I am gonna tell you that even though I'm still working on 2 threads, I'm really liking 32 count. I will probably always have 28 count going. It's just so nice for me to be able to stitch during the day with Philip, not needing any magnification, and I love the look. But this has really brought me to a place of feeling like I want to add more 32 to my linen stash or collection, because at night with this I don't have any problem. I'm using my light and my readers, I just go slower and double check, but it has been a joy to work on something a little bit different, and I'm liking it. So I like the little size, the difference that it makes. So anyways, that is the hashtag is Haunted Mansion. I think it's Haunted Mansion Haunted House Sampler Sal. Hashtag Haunted House Sampler Sal. That's what it is. So I'll be checking the hashtag and following along. I love it when people tag me in their progress, even though I'm not hosting the sale. I still love it. Mine's housed in this bag from the twins, so absolutely having fun with this one. Okay, the next one, last time I shared with y'all that I had gotten in the Christmas spirit a little bit, and I ended up with a couple models coming in. I have 3, 1, 2, 3, it'll be 4 for the twins. Secret Stitch, Haunted House Sal, and then I have my 2 new Christmas ones. That one is the A Christmas Carol. I did not get a start on that. I have it ready to go, but I wanted to start the other one first, which is part of the series that I want to get to you guys as soon as possible. And so that being said, the first thing I needed to do was go out and find me another Christmas project bag. So I came across something new, and the name of her store on Etsy is Kathy's Posies. Kathy's, Kathies Posies. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys, this is the cutest bag. I wanted something big enough, and since I love embroidery, I thought how cute. And then everybody was, you know, everybody's ready to start the Lori Holt button craze, which I'm totally in on. So there was a button, but mostly I liked that it was deep, but I loved the fabric because it is just that, it's just that traditional whimsical Christmas. So you've got the gingerbread and the Santa, and you just had everything. So check her out, Kathy's Posies. She was in California, incredibly fast shipping because I was a little worried that it was coming from out there. So I can't show you the pattern, but I can show you the progress. Now this one, if you recall, I held it up last time, but it was this is the series. This is the second pattern in the series. The first one was A Patriotic Christmas Eve by Twin Peak Primitives. It was a collaboration that I did. I shared a lot about how much I just love the small little details and the magic that Christmas brings to the family and to your kids and adults. So this year we're picking a room in Santa's house every year. So I will show you where I'm at. I got the whole border not done, but I got the frame of the border done. It's very easy. And then I'll go back and add leaves. But this is where I'm at. Look at that. Anyways, so as you can tell, I'm over here. And I am bringing Santa to life, who is obviously, let me get it closer. He is having cocoa with Mrs. Claus. And this is on 28 count summer khaki. DMC, the dyed floss here is Weeks Lancaster Red. Now, here's the fun part. So here's it as a whole. I guess it's hard to show. There you go. Now, let's see if I can get a little closer. I went ahead, and this is the fun to me of the Christmas patterns, because I went ahead and added 3 lazy daisies and a holly berry on her hat. And on the tablecloth, which by the way, Nerdan, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I did change a little bit. This is ecru, and then down here is a whitewash so that it's a little brighter. But I did go with ecru here. And then she had the holly berries in the tablecloth. And so it's all there for you to cross stitch if you don't like French knots. But for me, I went ahead and I took DMC 666, the bright Christmas red, and put in 3 on each. So I did go ahead and do the red cross stitch under it, and then I added 3 or 4 in a cluster on top. Is that elf not the cutest thing waving high? And then on here, let's see if I can get a little closer. I added right here on his top, he's a dark green and a light green, and his little collar at the tip of each there, I put in a French knot as well, so it would look like maybe a little bell or just something sweet. So, okay, this was the first time that I used what I was saying to everybody about the putting different reds together from my Carolyn Manning sal that I'm doing with Linda, Stitchy Linda, of Instagram. And I'm doing the pattern red. I've shown it a few times on here. I don't have any progress, but I think I've said a few times that I have learned to not be afraid to combine reds at the right time. And I felt like this was the right time, because normally I would have made maybe a deeper red, but I love that I thought to myself, no, it needs to be a different red, a bright red, and they can complement each other in the right spot. So on her hat, I wish you could see it a little better. There. It's so cute. And I know it makes her face looks washed out. It's not. That's Sun-Kissed. I think it's Weeks Dye Works Sun-Kissed. And I may outline a little bit, but the other one you could use is 954, DMC 954. I like that for a skin color. But anyways, on this, when you pull it back, see, you can see it better. But anyways, I was really happy. I was really happy that I stepped outside my comfort zone with the red, something so silly. And it's so fun, guys. This is really fun. That's a lot. I stitched on that during the day and at night, and I got myself a good start on it. So it's just going to be a joy to stitch for you if you love Christmas stitching. These are, let me see if I can get this up here together. And these are the colors. So right now you've got, see if I can get the reds out of there. I do have one other dark color. Right now I've got Lancaster Red, Grits, Classic Colorworks Balsam Fir, that's the darker of the green. Classic Colorworks English Ivy, that's my vines. Merlot is the deep red, and you're gonna see that come to life this week a little bit. And then Weeks Dye Works Whitewash, that's my white. I like the coverage from that much better than DMC white, except for, like, I don't mind the, what is that, B2500, something like that. But I like the whitewash. It seems stronger to me. So anyways, and then DMC 3011, 3012, those are the light and dark greens in the DMC. DMC Ecru for the tablecloth. Classic Colorworks Black Coffee, that's his boots and her shoes and the black in there. So anyways, it's really fun, and I want to get this finished and framed so that I can have the two together to show you. So that is a coming to you soon. Okay, that's it for new starts and whips as far as what I stitched on. I have one that I did bought and showed you last week, Whilst Iris Naps. She put out a new sampler in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I did pick my threads. I believe I have it here, and I'll show you that. But let's move on to, I wanted to share with you, one second here. I'm trying to remember who, I watched a new one and I wanted to share it with you, and she was working on, I'm gonna have to find it again. She was working on red, Carolyn Manning red, and she has a good chunk done. She did it on this really deep color linen fabric, and it is gorgeous. And I swear I wrote it down for y'all so you could go watch her. She was new to me, but I'm sure I'll find it here shortly. I watched Penny's Daughter again on Flosstube. I believe it was her 4th, and she shares her finish of Snarky Cat by Teresa Kogut. Oh my gosh, such a cute pattern. Penny, I absolutely loved your sweet little gift. She sent a scissor fob with a penny that she made herself. I absolutely am so thankful for sweet little gifts like that. But, you know, give her a watch because her finishes are so good. I love how she knows herself so well. She tells you right up front, I'm a perfectionist, and if I'm not, you know, if I don't like it, I'm not going to enjoy it. So anyways, but you got to check out Snarky Cat. He is adorable. Just had a good time seeing her finishes and her mill hills that she's been doing, a couple of Halloween mill hills, and they're really cute. So, okay, let me go on. Now, I'm going to go to, I think we'll go to Happy Meal because it was kind of fun this week. Okay, so I won another giveaway, and it was so cute. I think I referred you all to Olivia from Southern Yankee Stitcher. I always just want to look just to make sure, because sometimes what you think is going to roll off your tongue does not roll off your tongue. So anyways, she was so sweet, and Olivia, I got it, and thank you so much. There's one thing about someone sending me, you know, a Stitchy kindness. There's another thing when they include something for Philip. It just touches you, you know, way down deep in the soul. So she sent some really fun Halloween stickers, and he loves stickers. I love stickers. I mean, look at those. Really cute. Really cute. And then I won, which I was so excited. I won. She stitched many of these. Believe it's her daughter. Yes, her daughter loves Halloween too, and she loves these ornaments. So she shared on one of her most recent Flosstubes all her finishes, and it's really cute. Absolutely loved her recent one where she is showing you a piece she stitched in honor of her children when they trick-or-treated. And it's so cute, and she did so good adding, because it was minus a kid, but they had even the same costumes on. And as a mom, when you see her talk about how precious it was, that's how we see our kids. That is how I see my kids. They might be walking around this house, 26 years old, 21 years old, 19. They might walk around this house like that, but when I look at them as a mom, yes, I see them as an adult, but I also see them as my little trick-or-treaters riding around in a wagon with the big plastic orange pumpkins. That's how we see them. And she found a pattern, and boy, I would love to get my hands on it. It's so cute. But I would like you to watch her in order to see it, because when she talks about it, it's so sweet. And I do think it's kind of hard to come by, but I believe she shared a shop in Michigan that actually has it. So go watch Southern Yankee Stitcher. Might be one Flosstube back from when this was her very first giveaway, and I won her very first giveaway. So thank you so much, Olivia. I'm excited to stitch. This is Mill Hill Mummy, and he is really cute. I have big plans for a bigger Halloween tree next year, or I'll just use my seasonal tree and use that. But I joined Crazy Annie's Tiny Modernist, I think it's 12 ornaments, and it's going to be really fun. So it was supposed to start on the 15th, but I believe there's a little late shipping involved, and that's completely fine with me. I think it's just going to make me stitch one a month and finish it and then have it. So I'm excited to add to some of that. Okay, next Stitchy Kindness. Man, I love this girl so much. This is the Stay-at-Home Quilter, and I think a lot of you guys might know her. She's really very talented. But she was so sweet. And she sent me, she knew that I wanted to do the Early American series after watching Stitching with the Sisterlies. Has stitched, a lot of people have done it in many different ways. A lot of people have stitched them all as one, and it's gorgeous. Others, and that is how the Stay-at-Home Quilter did. And Stitching with the Sisterlies, Cheryl, she's taking each one, and because she's a quilter too, she is putting each one inside of a block. And oh my gosh, it's fabulous. Which I'm not going to do that. I wish I could do that, but it is so cool to see her work on each of these pieces. And out of the huge heart of Miss Kim is she sent me the whole series, because I had mentioned I think I had one or two, and I needed to get organized and figure out what I had. But I'm gonna go through them with you because I couldn't be more excited, and I absolutely love this historic type stitching. So obviously right here, I'll get them a little closer, is Miss Betsy Ross. And I need to stitch some more of her. Twin Peaks has a couple of Betsy Ross out, and I need to stitch those up. That's the first one. And then, let me put my glasses on so I don't mess up any history. That would be ridiculous. Early Americans, number 2 is John Hancock. This is, I know I didn't say it before, but these are all by Little House Needleworks, which I'm addicted to their patterns. I love to collect. Hey, sweetie. You come in. It's okay. We're not used to, that was Cece, and the front door is open because the weather's so great. And she's like, the front door's open. Help yourself to some muffins. Anyways, okay, so back to number 3. Number 3 in the series is Martha Washington. Now there's Mount Vernon. I think that was one of my favorite places my mom ever went to. I have an embroidery piece I need to stitch that is of Martha Washington and George at Mount Vernon. So that's number 3. Number 4 is Nathan Hale. Whoopsie. This one is, okay, I think she used this one in the middle. If I'm not mistaken, this is America. I think it was not part of the series, but I think she used this one, Stay-at-Home Quilter used this one as her middle block. You can check her out on her Instagram page just to make sure. Okay, number 6, Paul Revere. Gotta love that one. I need to get the twins going on a pattern for Paul Revere. That would be cool. On his horse. Oops. Okay, number 7, Abigail Adams. Number 8, Patrick Henry. They're all so good. And number 9, Molly Pitcher. So I can't thank her enough for literally gifting me a complete set and her very sweet floss drop cards. I need to add this pattern to my stash too for that cow, of course. So thank you so much, Kim. So very generous of you. All right, next up is, one second here, from Texas. This is from Mary, the She Cave Stitcher, which is a really cute name. But anyways, we did, I have to get yours in the mail, but she sent me her floss drop cards. And I absolutely love these because that purple is gorgeous. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this would be so cool if you used these with the Mama Loves You GB. She was just working on like a purplish sampler, monochromatic sampler. How cool would that be as your floss drop card? So thank you so much, Mary, and I will get yours in the mail right away. I was kind of hoping to do a one-stop at the post office, and when the winner had claimed her, you know, box, and then I would just take it all at one time, and when she didn't, I just kept waiting. So anyways, I'll get them out to you. All right, and here is something that I did not expect at all. And what's so funny is because I was watching, I'm gonna get the card out, I was watching Creative Country Girls Flosstube, and she's an elementary school librarian. Her kids are all grown. She went to the one of the most recent stitching retreats with Blackbird Designs and Liz Matthews, the big one that we all watched. But she was so sweet and told me she wanted to just, you know, could she have my address? And then she wasn't stalking me, which made me laugh and giggle. But anyways, she was just really kind with her words. But Tammy, I loved your floss tubes. So check her out. I did not realize that she made these beautiful bags. So she made me my very own sampler bag. And I gotta tell you, when I unfolded it, it is so nice. I mean, she's got the added trim here. I love this lace. The fabric, I mean, how special. She picked up when she was at a retreat when they were out shopping. It is gorgeous, and it's, in case you can't tell, that's not navy, it's black. The back is this. She gave me a handle, which I love. I just think it's so done. It's done so nicely. And then on the inside, she even included the clip for like your scissors and a really cool thread drop, some bling. So I want y'all to go check her out on both Instagram and on Flosstube. There's your little thing. It's a really cute tag. Creative Country Girl. And her name is Tammy Black. I gotta look it up. Hold on. Because I want to say Blackbird, but it's not. It's Blaylock. TammyBlaylock.com. She doesn't sell on Etsy, so you can go to Tammy Blaylock, BLALOCK.com. You could probably message her through Instagram as well. And when I watched her Flosstube, she did say that she has a plan where she wants to, she was trying to come up with a plan to designate her time so she can stitch, and so she can create, and so she can sell. So I believe that in November, these were the bags she was going to, she bought enough fabric to sell some, and y'all need to jump on these because they are gorgeous. So, okay, so Tammy, what I decided was, with everything right now, and definitely a sampler needs to be housed in here, that for right now, this is where I am going to house the one that Whilst Iris Naps put out for breast cancer awareness. This one I mentioned that I was stitching in honor of my brother-in-law's wife, Elaine Morgan. So this is Eliza M. Stone 1881. Now remember, this was a free pattern. If you didn't do it yet, all she's saying is in the month of October if you just make a donation. So it's really nice. It's something you can get done and isn't going to take too long. The color I picked, I just did something different. I just picked out something that I wanted. Oh, here's her card. I'm so sorry. There you go. Let me see if you want to take a little screenshot of that. Okay, so the colors I picked, what I did was I got a dark and a light. And what I picked was Weeks Dye Works Camellia as my dark, and the Gentle Art Victorian Pink as my light. And then I am going to stitch this on Picture This Plus 28 Count Legacy. So I'm going to open it up here. Oh, hold second. You hugging your cat? Yeah. Okay, so that's where I'm at. Those are the colors I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna keep it easy for myself. And so for right now, I'm gonna house everything in this bag. And then, here's the fun part. And then, put this away. I don't know if anybody has seen it yet. I'm sure that you have. But the one and only Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, on both Instagram and Flosstube, has been sharing little sneak peeks of her first ever sampler that she designed. So, of course, we all need to go support her and show her some love. So this is what she has stitched in honor of, she shares the family situation behind it, but the name is Nessie Mitchell, 1929. Let me see if I can at least get you a little bit. I just printed it off this morning. And the stitch count is 189 by 88. It's not huge. You could make it a drum. You could frame it up. She has it done in black work. So there's the connection. Once I finish the breast cancer awareness one, hopefully in October, then I'll roll right into the Jacob Modern Folk Embroidery is putting on Black Sampler November. So this will be my Black Sampler November. Neither one is huge. Both of them I'll be able to accomplish. And then I probably will put a bigger project in this special bag because it's so nice. But anyways, the model of this, she stitched Nessie on 36 count summer khaki by Zweigart. She used black for all cross stitch stitches and the eyelet stitches in the vowels. Let's see. She says that Nessie Anderson Mitchell was the firstborn child of my grandparents on her maternal side. They were Barbara and John Mitchell, and they lived in the small Scottish town of Kilmers. I'm not sure I got that part right, but I gave it a try. Barbara was just 19 when Nessie was born. Her exact date of birth is not yet known, but we do know that she died in the early hours of the morning on the 8th of May, 1929. It sounds like it was like a premature type birth as to why that she passed, but they went on to have 4 other further children, and she shares some documents that she's included for the history of the sampler that she created. So, you know, this is so awesome, Michelle. I'm so proud of you for trying something like this. And she shares on her own Flosstube why the vowels, which I love. So anyways, give her a little purchase, and it's so affordable. And be ready for Black November sampler. So I'm gonna go ahead now. I'm just gonna stick this right in the bag, and I am just so thankful for this. So sweet. I'm like, does she need me? Okay. So then, new other patterns while we're on new patterns and haul. Basically this portion, I jumped on the Twin Peaks, put out a new pattern this week, and this is their winter, Plaidemic Winter. Now I did not stitch the other one. I think they did a fall, summer. I know a few people that stitched the summer one, but let me get it up close. All right, I'm gonna just tell you, I bought it for right there. Snowman and the Cocoa. Absolutely loved that. He is such a happy snowman. So something nice that you can leave out past Christmas. I do like that, and I don't have as much of that done. So I'm excited to get this stitched, and it's available now. I will go ahead and make sure that that the link is there, that you can get out to their Etsy shop or their website. And it's really, really cute. I know for sure Stitchy, Linda, and I, and a couple other of our group, which by the way, Friday night, I'm having about 5 ladies over and we are gonna stitch. Now, I'll tell you about that in just a minute. So anyways, grab your copy. If you wanna join a few of us that will be stitching this soon, not yet, but I really, really like this. So that's Twin Peaks Plaid-demic. All right, the other one I grabbed from the twins just because, I don't know, I just liked it. And I think it's gonna work out with both. I don't know how that happened, but I wanted to grab this one. It's called January Bliss, and it's more like your little pillow. But when I ended up looking at these, if I end up putting this in a dough bowl, you know, you don't have to do this part. You could even stitch the letters separate if you wanted to. But, you know, I'm gonna try and house some of this stuff together. And so I really liked that. January Bliss. Gives me plenty of time to find some stuff. I'll just use what I have in my stash. Anyways, super cute. All right. Jeez, I think that gets me down to almost the end or the giveaway part. So I watched Vintage Stitcher. I've watched a couple, but I think it's been a while. But she had, unfortunately, she had a great Flosstube, but she had gotten sick. And all of a sudden she decided that she was going to put together a bunch of real easy ornaments. And she just had like a really great philosophy that you don't have to stitch the whole pattern. I love that part. I feel the same way. Stitch what you love out of it. So she had a very good Flosstube, Vintage Stitcher. I watched Niecy Lynn, and she was really cute. And I watched Christy from Crosshatch Quilts last night because I think it'd been about 6 weeks since she had a Flosstube. She had done some really good Stitchy Sister week that we've all heard about with Laura from Brendan the Serial Starter, and Lori Holt, and Teresa Kitten Stitcher. So they had a really good time. So it was a really nice episode, Christy. It was good to see her happily stitching again with some good progress, and she had a very special finish that I will let her share with you. So you may want to make sure you get that on your list to watch today. And of course, Mama Loves You GB, I've got to go finish watching, but I knew she had released it, so I quickly jumped on that so that we could all take a peek. Okay, so I will say I have a little bit of show and tell, but not a lot. Yes, we use show and tell. Anyways, when I went thrifting with Philip at Wildwood Antique Mall, he always seems to find something first. But since I'm kind of going the all-in Thanksgiving thing this year, trying to add some stuff because I usually jump from Halloween to Christmas, I got these guys. Seriously, guys, they were so cute. I don't know why I like mice so much. I have a thing for mice and Christmas mice. So I thought they were so cute. They came home. So I'm excited about that. Okay, then everybody's already seen the green, the project that I've been working on for Thanksgiving, the green tray that Stitchy Linda and I started when we were doing our little pillow by Manny Dodonna. Okay, I didn't mean to bring it back out again this time, and I won't share with you the whole tray. Well, I will share the whole tray, but I just, only because I found these cutest little guys on Etsy. Okay, so there's my tray. It's getting there. Let me just show you this because I wasn't going to do any more pillows, but I found this lady on Etsy that literally sold a set of 20. Let me see if I can get it coming. So they're like folk art style, and they're so well made. But wait, so I didn't need another one like that, but so cute. But check it out. Like, They're so tiny. Ridiculously cute and tiny. And they get smaller. Like and she embroidered around the little heart is some embroidering. They're all tea dyed or coffee stained. She signs them. And I seriously, guys, little basket of apples. So like I knew these would be really cute as a filler. Here's some corn. I mean, it is the tiniest. I swear to God, it's almost just a little bigger than my thumbnail. So they're so cute. I will link her shop. She has them for all the holidays. I will link her shop. These came with it too, these long ones. So on my long side tray, whoa. Okay. But she signs the back of every little one. And I love those sunflowers. So I know some of these I can split up and use for other holidays, but they were so cute and so affordable. So that's why I brought the tray back out, just so that I could share my little Etsy haul. Okay. The last thing I was gonna share as I was going through some of my stuff, I won this a long time ago on Instagram, and I just wanted to share a little piece of, it's not a sampler, but it's very old, and I'm gonna guess maybe a kid stitched it. That's my guess. They're ABCs, so it's an actual book, and it's, each one has something that goes with it, all cross stitch. I like the S for Santa. So there's no name. I'll have it out I'll have it out at Christmas time and have it displayed near something nice. But I just wanted to share that with you. I mean, this is how old the craft obviously goes back, but it was really sweet. I won it from somebody on Instagram who was remodeling a historic home, and she had lots of goodies like that. So anyways, all right, I think we're at the end of our episode here, and I want to go ahead and show you what I have for you. The twins had sent it to me and said if I would like to give it away, to go ahead and give it away. And because I have kind of a busy plate right now with the models that I've taken on, they had just put this kit out there and sent one to me. So I am going to do a giveaway for the Twin Peaks most recent kit that they put out, White Christmas. I absolutely love this, and I would normally jump on keeping this one for myself. And I know that sounds bad, but I really would because of that church. I love that so much. And I love these kids and the dog playing in the snow. I can't think of something that you could leave out. Again, all these pieces to me are just so nice that you can leave out a little bit longer. So let me show you what comes in the kit. I know the kit was priced at like $70. So you're gonna get everything. You're gonna get the White Christmas pattern. Let's see if I can make it straight for you. So cute. And you'll get all the DMCs that you need. She always sends you a little goodie bag, tea bag, so I'll just send it right along. It's got a little, like you can mark the back, or you can keep track of your threads or anything, any changes that you make. So she's got a little like library index card in there for you. And what you're getting for your linen is a 28 count Zweigart. I was trying to see if there was a color on it, but it didn't. And then there is your needle minder as well. which is so cute. So I think that's so sweet. Okay, so this one's going to be easy because we can all share something about, even though this is called White Christmas, I mean, obviously if you don't celebrate Christmas or you celebrate something else, it's still just a winter time. It's just a winter stitch. So I really, really like that. So I'm going to just say that the word for this is winter. And you don't have to share a story, but if you would like to, I would be happy to read it. I love hearing from you guys, but let's just use the word winter. No, please refrain from using any words like giveaway or free. You have to be 18 or older so that I can ask for your address. We all know these rules that go with it. I do think it's wonderful if you can follow the twins when they're gracious enough to give us things like this. I think that we should try to follow along. So if you could follow them on Instagram or Facebook. I do have, in case you don't know, I do have a Fans of Twin Peak Primitives Facebook page that I am an administrator of, and so is Stitchy Linda. Please join us. I think we have a little over 400 followers now, and would love to have you, if you're stitching on their work, share it. I would love to see it. That's exactly what the Fans of Twin Peak Primitives Facebook page is all about. So you have to answer just a couple of questions, no big deal, just to keep it so it's all legit. But if you get some of these, I would love. I hear that a lot. On the comments that thank you so much for sharing the patterns by Twin Peak Primitives, because if we hadn't watched it, we wouldn't known. And I love the fact that people are building up a collection of their Twin Peak Primitive patterns. So that makes me happy. So here it is, White Christmas, but we're gonna use, let me write it down right now, the word winter. W-I-N-T-E-R. And then I will send it right out to you, and I will pick a winner next Sunday. And hopefully, Kelly Flynn, if you are watching this Flosstube, please know you're the winner of the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. I mean, it was a cornucopia of stitchy goodness. I think that we've had a really good time together, and I'm going to go enjoy this beautiful fall weather that we seem to have here today. And I just absolutely want to say what a blessing that you all are. I'm so appreciative for you watching. And like I said, I think it's just unique to think about the fact that we're all brought together by a common thread, and then within that we have these subgroups that we find things in common, and our friendships grow. I just have come to love so many, and the Lord has brought me so many good friends in the situation that I am in. It is what I feel like is my purpose. My purpose is obviously, I have children, I love each and every one of them. But with Philip's special needs and some of the things that I'm limited to do, I know for a fact, and even though I had to work through that because I had my own things in mind, I wanted to teach, I had my own plans, but the Lord had his plans, and his plans are always better than mine. So sometimes you have to let some time go by and be humbled by the experience to see where he is in our life and where those blessings are coming from, because never did I think that not being able to teach, but being able to teach Philip was going to be as big as a blessing as it was, and that feeling sometimes lonely, feeling sometimes that I didn't have many friends, because my priority was Philip, and you know, I made a commitment to not working then and making a choice to stay home when he was 10 and started having seizures, and I just felt like school was not the best place, so we started homeschooling, and it gets lonely. And so I have to say that as time goes by, it became very clear what the Lord had in store for me, and it doesn't stop, because here I sit talking to a group of potentially 5,000 people from all over the world that bring me joy and say such beautiful things, and give me support and lift me up and love the same thing that I love in stitching. And he's taken something like stitching and made it my therapy. He's made it the thing that brings me joy outside of, you know, him and my family. He's decorated my home with it. It's everything. You know, my mom and I had an incredibly special relationship because of it, a common thread. And now, you know, here I am, and again, I'm in this new neighborhood, and we're waving and saying hi, and we're meeting new people, and see, it unfolds. And if you wait and you look for it, and you start to see all those blessings in the middle of something that can be quite difficult. So thank you, Lord, for all my friends. And hey, don't forget to floss. See ya.